Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So at long last, instead of Fragrance Friday, this week, because I've got so many new products to talk about, not perfumes, I'm going to do my preliminary review of the Chanel Rouge Allure inks. To be honest, I've been slightly putting off doing this video because very unusually for me, I wasn't quite sure about what I wanted to say about this product. I think I knew what I wanted to say, but I couldn't quite believe it. That's because I'm not that big a fan, and I can't quite believe it. Not just because I do like Chanel products very often, but I think I'm realistic about the ones that are better than others. But because out there on YouTube and the blogosphere, everyone seems to be universally very, very positive about these new products from Chanel, saying they are literally the best liquid lipsticks out there. Now, you'll know that I'm quite sceptical about a lot of the material out there on YouTube because it comes from people who haven't had to pay for their products, who, while I may not be sponsored, are getting freebies, etc., etc. But I have to say, in relation to this product, while that's certainly true for some, there are definitely, I can think of two bloggers out there who whose opinion I absolutely respect, and they love this product too. I don't. So, why? Well, let's look at the positives first of all. As per usual, beautiful packaging from Chanel. I really, really like it. I guess I should have got a standard size lipstick to show you in comparison. But basically, these are the same size to me as a kind of standard lipstick and much smaller. I'm putting a Guerlain liquid lipstick next to the Chanel one. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but just so you can see the size there. So these are definitely what you can slip in your bag, just like a normal lipstick. Really chic, not cheap packaging, kind of frosted. I don't think it's glass, I think it is plastic, but it got up to look like glass, so that you can see the colour very, very easily in your makeup drawer, which I really, really like. But the very tasteful black and white Chanel logo and a lovely touch, the gold cap at the top. So kudos for that. Everyone is also raving about the Dauphin in these because I think you can see that fairly clearly. It's a kind of triangular shape to enable you to use the tip to outline your lips. Rather than, and again I'll turn to my Guerlain, the kind of more usual flat but the same, gosh, that looks a mess, doesn't it? But it can be said I have used this product quite a lot. But that's the kind of more usual Dauphin with lip glosses and liquid lipsticks. So now, the first problem I have with this product is I find it very, very difficult to apply. People say it's really easy to use this pointy bit to outline your lip. I don't find that at all. I do have slightly shaky hands. Maybe that doesn't help, but I don't really have a problem with other products. I think the real problem is this is a very, very slippery product. The plus side of that is it's very moisturising. There are a number of downsides. The big downside, which even those who like the product I think do talk about, is it takes an immense drying time. In fact, I don't think the product really dries at all on your lips before it rubs off. But, you know, I've certainly seen people talking about making it work by putting this product on first when you're doing your makeup routine in the morning to give it a good 10-15 minutes to dry before you blot and reapply again, etc., etc. Now, I have to say, I just don't have time for that faffing around in the morning or any other time. And the product is so slippery that when you put it on to give yourself any coverage, it literally is kind of leaking off my lips straight away. And any kind of movement, pushing my lips together, let alone eating, drinking or anything like that, is just out of the question if I don't want it literally all round my mouth. Now, it's not too bad with a forgiving colour like this one. I bought it in two colours. This one, which I think is 140 Amoureux, which is on my lips, basically just filling them in with pretty much their own lip colour, a tiny bit darker. So not a very exciting colour, but the sort of colour I will wear a lot. And then there are a lot of reds in the collection, and I went for this kind of mid-red, which I think is pretty popular, 150 Luxuriant. And this is a really pretty colour. Love the colour of this, very flattering. But really, really difficult, I find, to apply. So I'm really, really struggling that other people find it so easy to apply. I certainly don't. It doesn't dry, even if I leave it for 10-15 minutes and then do a kind of lip test. So, you know, put it on the sides of a glass as if I'm drinking. A full amount of lipstick comes off on the glass, which I find really puzzling because people say that once it's dried, this stays and doesn't wear off. And that's kind of my second beef with this. I just have not found that to be true, I'm afraid. So I'm really, really puzzled. It's obviously something about my lips that is, you know, not doing it, because I don't find this to be a long-lasting product even when I let it dry. Now, I have to admit, I don't have a huge amount to compare this with because I don't use a lot of liquid lipsticks. I don't like lip glosses. I don't like anything being too slippery on my lips. So maybe liquid lipsticks are just not for me. The only two I've got in my collection at the moment, both of which I have to say I prefer to this Chanel one, is a Guerlain one, which was, I think, a limited edition, not this summer just gone, but the summer before, and was called Maxi Velvet. So, you know, a velvet consistency, supposedly like the Chanel ones. I don't find it lasts any longer than this Chanel ink, about the same. But it's much easier to apply, and it definitely dries down quicker than the Chanel ink. And then actually my preferred product, and I don't know whether this counts as an ink, this was the Patent Finish Lip Colour by Tom Ford. And I prefer this for a number of reasons. First of all, I much prefer this sponge applicator, which allows you to kind of do a dabbing motion on the lip and kind of press it into your lip, which I find much easier to control than this slippery wand, both to get a good application, and I think it drives it into the lip more, so that I find this to be a more long-lasting formula than the Chanel one. They're a similar price as well. I think this might be £2 or £3 more. Now, of course, it's not the same finish. It's described as a patent glossy finish, so I find it just slightly reflective. It's not super glossy, certainly this one isn't on me, but it's not a matte colour either. But of the three I've got, this one is the best lasting. But, you know, none of them, although people say on YouTube they can eat and drink and they last 8 hours, blah, 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 just isn't true for me. The first food, drink, wipes it away, leaving a kind of stain around the outside of my mouth, and it has to be reapplied, and I find that to be true of all of them, but particularly the Chanel one. You know, I've even watched YouTube videos out there. There's a really nice one with a really, really pretty young lady in America, I think, who I think applies this one, which looks pretty much the colour of her lips. And then she takes kind of screenshots throughout the day when she says, you know, I've eaten my salad and here it is still on my lips. And I look at the video and I can't see anything there except her lips. So I don't know if it's me or there's, you know, real emperor's new clothes out there. So I'm sorry, I'm being really negative about this. Maybe it's just that liquid lipsticks are not for me. I have to say I do prefer a proper lipstick, and I find they last better on me. What I would say is interesting is that I did finally last night actually look at the Chanel makeup demonstration promotion for this on YouTube. I'll try and link it if I can find it again below, because I really like those and I find them useful for getting application tips. Now, interestingly, the model applying this product, first of all, lines with a lip crayon and fills in her lip completely with the lip pencil crayon and blots before she applies this product. So I would argue that, any colour that's left after eating or drinking is actually down to the lip pencil, which we all know, we can get a much better last on our lipsticks if we line with a pencil and fill in with a pencil. And she then not only uses the Dauphin to apply the lip liner, but she then gets a proper lip brush to tidy up, much as I've had to, because it goes everywhere, actually get a Q-tip with makeup remover and tidy around the edge of my mouth. So it looks absolutely great on her, but I think it's really interesting that she goes through all that to apply this supposedly very easy, indelible product to make it look nice. The truth of the matter is, most of us just don't have time for all that faff in the morning, or even, frankly, going out in the evening. Anything can look good if you spend that amount of time and use other products as well. So there we go, bit of a rant. I should show you the two colours after all that. The colours are beautiful, and another thing you might like, doesn't bother me, but these are fragrance-free, taste-free, which is not true of a Chanel lipstick, so some people will like that. There's number 140. There's beautiful number 150. I mean, I really like the shade. Hope you can see there how liquid and glossy they are. And, that will take a good 20 minutes to dry if I don't wipe it off, which I'm going to. And even then doesn't dry terribly well. So I'd love to know what any of my viewers think of this product, because I know I'm in a minority, I think pretty much of one at the moment, and I love Chanel, but this isn't doing it for me. So until next time, bye for now.